Today I am here to discuss about flute. The flute is different size, different scale, and to learn flute, it's very important to collect a tuned flute. And when we start this easy flute school, and we have a lot of mail, lot of requests from different countries that how to get a flute like this, or in which flute I can start in the early stage, or in the beginning, which flute is helpful to learn. So that's why I'm here, and I will try to just introduce with different size of flute, and which flute is best to start. And that it's difficult for everybody, those who want to learn flute. Also for me, when I start learning flute, first of all, I don't have any idea that flute have to be in perfect tune. I thought that every flute is tuned. So when I saw someone that like flute sailor in the street, and he's playing flute, I just go to him and just buy one flute, and I thought that this flute is the best. But day by day, when I learn and in classical bass, then I found that the tune of the flute is not right, and it's very difficult to match. Sometimes that one note to another note, I have to just turn the flute and balance the flute. But this is not the way to learn. It's very difficult. We have a lot of shop, musical shop, and I think in the musical shop, it's very difficult to find a fine-tuned flute, because those who make flute, most of them have no idea about scale or the tuning or how to play the ragas, because it's not only the sa re ga ma pa dha ni. You have to know the relation between the notes, like from rag to different rag. It's very important, the tune. So you can say that there are different sides of flute, and when I feel that it's very difficult to find a tuned flute, I try to make flute by myself, and it's not easy. I have to work hard, and day by day. First of all, it takes long time, but now I can make my own flute, and I can also my students and from people from different country and come to me and take flute. So what I'm going to introduce, that you can see that there are some big flute here, and also some flute here, small flute. Normally, if you accompany it with the song, because people have different tastes. Some people, they want to learn classical music. Some people, they want to accompany it with the music, or to play song. So it tests different tastes for different people. So those who want to play classical music, they choose this bass flute, and for accompanied with the song or the middle octave, flute are like this size. The first, I'll start with this huge flute. You can see here. This is a C sharp bass. C sharp bass. I made it by myself, and every flute I make by myself. C sharp bass. It looks big, but I try to make it very easily. How can I handle this flute? It takes long time to make this flute, and I will show you that how it sounds. Normally, this type of flute used to just play with the background music, maybe not for classical, because it's too big. It's not easy to handle, and you can see that this flute is also C sharp. Normally, this C sharp used to accompany with the songs. This is also C sharp. So, flute is in one scale you can see two different flute. C sharp, that one is bass, and this is C sharp also in middle octave. Or you can play a folk song like this. Now, what you do when you want to buy a flute, buy just because also you have a shop, flute shop, or maybe a musical shop. When you go to a musical shop and collect a flute, first of all you have to remember that the flute must be well tuned, and how you know it. There is many ways to, because first in the first time it's very difficult to match with the tanpura, or you can find that how the sound is matching. So that's why what we have to do, we have to just take support like I have here. You can see this is the tuner. This is the tuner, and you can see that it's moving. And now if it indicates C sharp. When I change it, it goes in E. So you can take help of this tuner and just turn it on, play the first note Sa, and you can see if the green light is on, it means the Sa is okay. And now maybe this kind of tuner you don't have to manage it, but nowadays it's very easy. We have all of cell phone, and there are a lot of applications on the cell phone. You can see in my cell phone I have one tuner. It's also the same thing. Cell phone, you can have this also, this kind of application. You can download this application, and there are different type of. Now in here I use piano tuner, but you can use any of tuner. It doesn't matter what kind of tuner, but you can use any tuner. Okay, now I will show you that how to check one's flute, that is it well tuned or not. Here is a E bass flute. Normally E bass flute is the most common flute for classical performance, because why we use the deep or bass flute, because for classical performance we need deep sound for the emotion or for the environment. To create the emotion we need deep sound. And also you can see, sorry, this one is also E, but this is the middle octave, and this one is bass. So how to check? First of all, you can turn your tuner, or maybe you can use tanpura. Also you have tanpura application on the mobile phone, cell phone. First turn the tanpura and blow the first sound, Sa. When you feel that the Sa is okay, then what you have to do, you have to go slow through sa re ga ma pa dha ni. If you feel that the sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, this relation seems to you okay, then you can find that this is a good flute. Maybe first time it's difficult to follow, then you can take help for those who learn music or those who just in the music field. Then what you have to do, because Saregama Padhani, if you feel that Saregama Padhani seems to okay for you, then you go Sa Ga Pa, because Sa Ga Pa is a chord. So Sa Ga Pa, Re Ma Dha, this kind of Saregama you have to check the flute. Like Sa Ga Pa. You feel Sa Ga Pa is okay. Then go Re Ma Dha. If it's okay, then all right. Then Ga Pa Ni. Ma Dha Sa. Pa Ni Re. Dha Sa Ga. Ni Re Ma. And Sa Ga Pa in high octave. So you have to check from in a flute that the flute must be blow from low to the high note very easily. That's the way you can select one flute. Now I will show you that what you do to learn and which flute is for the beginner learn. This is a very common question. You know, flute is, you can see different size. It doesn't matter which size you want to start. This is the A flute, and you can see in my flute there is also a hole in the lower. Okay, so this flute is for the right hander, because I am right hander, because I have to use this hole also like this. But for the left hander, it's not for the left hander, because left hander hold the flute like this. So how he manage this hole? So for the left hander, this hole should be here. That's why it's very important that which size you and which side you play, your left side or right side. Then you have to choose your flute, and you can start off any flute. The flute you can hold very easy. It doesn't matter which sizes. You can start with C sharp, the small one. You can hear flute. This is a G. See? But every flute have this gap. Maybe when it goes in the bass, the gap becomes wide. So you don't take any stretch on your fingers, because it's very important, because if you have stretch on your finger at the first time, then it's very difficult to play the note very easily. So you have to choose the flute. You can place your finger easily. It doesn't matter which size is the flute. And also you can check one flute, like I show you with the E bass. When you turn Tanpura in E, play the Saregama. now I am playing from sa to sa. It means that sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa in E. Then what you have to do? You just go in the lower pa in lower octave. Just hold the flute, turn the tanpura B, because E, if the sa is E, then the pa is B. Then you just turn your tanpura on B and just match the sound. Now this pa is your sa, because for the check of the flute. Now you can see that sound is just sa in B bass. Then try sa re ga ma. A well-tuned flute, where you just from anywhere you start, it sounds, the balance is always perfect. Now I show you something that in one scale, like E, here G, A, and also E in middle octave. This 4 flute can make a set, because I am going to play this 4 flute in one scale, E. For any rag, first of all I play this flute from sa. Everything I play from sa. Now in same scale, to make the sound or the tune little bit different, I use this A, but the tanpura is in the E. Now what I have to do? I have to make this pa in sa. Now in A flute, when I am playing this pa, it sounds sa. Same type of tune, but it sounds some different, and the emotion and the feel something different. Then you can also use, this is the E in middle octave. And this G, what I can do with this G in E scale. Sometimes there are some kind of rag like Kafi, Vairabi. You can in Vairabi you have face 4 half tone or 4 half note. So to avoid the 4 half note, you can just change your flute with E and it adjusts with G. Now I will just hold on dha. You know how to play dha? Dha in lower bass or low dha. See, it sounds E. Especially for playing Vairavi in E scale, I can take a G flute and just maintain the lower dha in Sa. It's very important for those who want to learn flute at the beginner. The flute that you can handle very easily, you can hold the flute very easy in your grip, that's your flute. It doesn't matter what size of the flute, okay? And for the beginner, those who want to learn flute, you have to concentrate in one flute, because if you change your flute several times in the beginning, it may be problem. Because if you hold one flute for the beginning for a long time, then your grip will be fixed. But if you change, because this is one grip, if you change the flute and bigger, then the holes may be wider. So it's very important to concentrate in one flute. The flute you can handle easy. That's the beginning flute. And if you want to collect flute from me, this kind of flute, the flute I show you, that is C sharp bass. This one is D bass. This one is D sharp bass. This is E bass. Flute here. This one is A. This is F. The flute is here. This is G sharp. And for same like E in middle octave, C sharp, middle octave, D sharp. And when student come to me, it's my own opinion that what I do, I just suggest them just to hold the flute, maybe G sharp, this one, or maybe G, because these flute are the not too big or not too short. So my own opinion that you can start with a G sharp, maybe a G, but it's in the beginning. But after learning for some time, when you move in advanced level, then because I am a classical player, and what's your taste? If you want to play or if you want to learn classical music, then you need a flute E, because this E bass is the perfect flute for playing classical music. And it's my suggestion that after when you go to the advanced level, and if you want to play classical music in the flute, you have to just collect a good E bass flute.